All right, welcome to today's meteorology segment. Thanks everybody who left comments, viewed, shared, etc. on previous videos. We greatly appreciate that. First thing we're looking at here are surface winds on the east side of the planet. And powerful, strong winds here south of Australia. A large, like double low pressure system down there rotating clockwise as they do in the southern hemisphere. Here are the jet streams of the eastern portion of the world. And you can see a split jet stream here over Australia, getting a little bit more coherent in the northern hemisphere and blowing backwards over the northern Indian Ocean. Here are the jet streams of the west, which are in many ways responsible for Hurricane Ida. Since the jet stream stayed so far north, there was no impulse to push the system to the east, and now it's just traveling up north right toward me, actually. Anyway, here are the surface winds on our side of the planet. And we're going to actually zoom in on this spot as it's still producing quite a lot of activity there and still a strong counterclockwise rotation, as you can see. And shout out to John Edwards for leaving comments. Yes, we may have underestimated the winds, but it looks like a lot of people have been overestimating the winds as well. We hope everything is returned to normal as soon as possible in New Orleans. It's been quite a bad time down there. Estimated economic loss from the storm will be between $70 and $80 billion. Not optimal. So lots of information on AccuWeather about this. Rescue efforts, it's going to take a long time to rebuild all this stuff. We hope it was handled a little bit better as a learning experience. 18 inches of rain there as we forecasted on the channel. And look, our forecasts are nearly always correct. In fact, we didn't even misforecast this. It was not as bad as it could have been had it gotten over all that hot water farther west in the Gulf. So yeah, again, we appreciate comments, the critical ones as well as the complimentary ones. Thanks everybody for leaving comments. Again, tell your friends, foes, science noobs, and science pros about the channel. We're rarely incorrect. We have been never incorrect, really, about the movements of these systems and so on. And leave us a comment if you have any insight into the wind speeds. I've been hearing a lot of different reports about wind speeds, and they're all over the place. Still over 1 million out of power in Louisiana, and that's probably going to continue for several days here. Hopefully not too long, and hopefully everybody is having access to things like clean water and so on. Next, the weather.gov map. And let me just check the life of the stream before I go on here. And everything looks just fine at the Smash News Network, least busted. Name and news. So if your county is lit up, just click on your county. We can't go over all the counties and all the warnings. There is some severe weather in the central U.S. right now, just about moving up to the Mississippi. And we've also got a bunch of flash flood warnings here over a large portion of the lower 48, including my location. And if you're wondering where we are, we're right about here in Lehigh Valley, Pennsylvania. Moving on. Here's an aerial view of some of the destruction. We're just going to show this in very limited little segments here. There's some more still imagery of some flooding. Bad times going on in La Place, one of the harder hit areas. And you can check out AccuWeather.com's weather news section if you want to look at more of that. Lightning captured near Ida's eye before landfall. There's some very strong lightning there showing up around the eye wall. Quite spectacular lightning. Some kind of composite imagery there. And it was rated as a Category 4 hurricane, apparently. I don't know. Sustained winds are required to classify a hurricane. And there's a lot of there's a lot of disparity in the wind measurements and the claims about wind speeds. So check out the strong lightning here over the central U.S. It's kind of moving in an odd path here, sort of a south-southeasterly path. Let's look at the real-time lightning map next. Look at these oddities here over Canada. I don't know what is up with that. That looked very strange. No idea, no explanation of that. I have no idea what that was. All right, so here's lightningmaps.org. And we do have some powerful lightning here just north of Kansas City. That system may be, I think that system's going to hit Kansas City. Also likely to hit Omaha. Very powerful lightning there northwest of Omaha. So hey, Columbus, there's thunder rolling in. And you may just be getting a spectacular light show here, as it looks like you may be out of the way of that system. Again, it's moving sort of in a south-southeasterly direction here. And we'll zoom back out. There's a global lightning map for you from lightningmaps.org. Next, looking at pressure cells. And look at the powerful low pressure here south of Australia. Also low pressure over most of the United States and most of Canada. So most of North America here, actually, in low pressure zones. A series of low pressures. We'll advance this into tomorrow. This is the European forecast for pressure. At 12 noon tomorrow, September 1st. And windy.com has a great mobile app also if you want to check that out, windy.com. Thanks to our followers over on Twitch, this video was originally streamed live. There's going to be a 100 follower special on Twitch coming soon. Thanks again, Twitch viewers. Thanks for leaving comments, etc. We've been putting up really long streams. Yesterday we put up a 20-hour stream of the sun. If you like giant screensavers of the sun, check out our channel when we're not doing more in-depth videos. We're also on BitChute, thanks to our subscribers over there. Most of our content is indeed on YouTube. If you're viewing any place besides YouTube, you're missing like 80-90% of our content. Please press like, press subscribe. Tell your friends, foes, science noobs, and science pros about the channel. We've got lots more stuff to do, including our kickoff tomorrow, smAshtember 1st. It's going to be a smAshtember 2 OMASH member. So join the Smash team at smashomash.com/smashteam. Thanks to our patrons who've been making it all possible. We're going to be phasing Patreon out. So we're a little bit sad about phasing Patreon out, as it's been the main source of funding for the content for the channel, etc. So thanks to our patrons, please become a member over at smashomash.com/smashteam. Cancel your Patreon. Our capabilities are vastly superior. So if you head to smashomash.com, we've recently beefed up the site, by the way. You'll find a bunch of embedded videos here on the homepage. You'll find links to the Redbubble shop and the YouTube page. Our social media is underneath this arrow here. You can find links to the merch shop, but most of all to the Smash team. If you click on that, you'll be sent to a login page. And if you log in, you'll see our posts. Here's a teaser. Some of these posts are for paid members only. smashomash.com/smashteam. It's spectacular. And part of the reason that we're doing it, folks, is because we needed additional capabilities. So our capabilities on our own website are just much enhanced. We have no limitations, really, on our own website. And there are some limitations on Patreon. We don't dislike Patreon or anything like that. We are we have to go our own way because we need to be able to do some things that are impossible on the Patreon website. So we do appreciate Patreon, and you, our patrons, especially, for increasing the probability these videos will continue to exist, be publicly visible, and free for all to view. So thanks to all of our patrons for that. Please convert to Smash Team members. It's spectacular. And some of our patrons have already done so, and I think they like it. And I'm going to press refresh here, as this map is not animated. We want to animate the Doppler radar map, so let's see if we can get that going. And there we go. There's an animated map. And you can see the path of this storm here. There's also a secondary storm. It looks like they might converge. I mean, wow. All right. it's going to be close. They're moving at different speeds, and we'll give you an idea about that here momentarily. So here's what's going on in the cloud layer. And we may see a double whammy here, which could increase the flood potential in places like, I don't know, Tennessee, Kentucky. Here's a water vapor map. And it looks like there's a bit of a slide to the south here. Interesting. Interesting weather patterns, to say the least. And the jet stream largely not helping to push things to the east, even still to this point. So there's a little bit of influence here, and we're hoping to see a harder push on this to push it out to the east earlier. In any case, here's your recap. There's a U.S. Doppler. By the way, the Doppler radar shows you vertical motion in the air column, and it's from ground-based radar systems. It's completely different from satellite-based systems. This is using radiography to measure radiation output by portions of the water vapor spectra, which shows you clouds at nighttime, also fog. And the water vapor map shows you all the water vapor, including water vapor not condensed onto clouds. This is the most definitive map for you when your Doppler radar is not showing you enough information. Anyway, that's today's meteorology segment. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. I've been your host, Dan, a.k.a. smAsho, signing off from the Smash News Network, Least Busted. Name it News.